Good evening and welcome to Executive Talks brought to you by AC Capital Markets. I'm Samantha Woon, and today we are so delighted to welcome Daniel Clivier, Managing Partner at Prisma Capital in Barcelona. Welcome to Executive Talks, Daniel.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Good evening to everybody. Happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Lovely. So I'm just going to give our guests a brief introduction to Prisma Capital and also yourself, right? So Prisma Capital is a private equity boutique that primarily invests in real estate and private small caps. So as a managing partner, Daniel comes from a background of economics. He started from the University of Barcelona and graduated from IESE Business School as well as Harvard Business School. So Daniel, why do you primarily invest in real estate and small caps?
Well, the history is that back in 2014, I invested in a PropTech startup company where I was a co-investor with a real estate developer, local real estate developer in Spain. So he proposed to join efforts since I have an investment banking background. So he proposed me to create a real estate investment fund, which I decided not to do it, but we studied the typical operation he was managing, and we understood that it could be investable for the venture capital investment community, which I was doing business with. So we started. So we already are in our 10th year investing in real estate. And to balance the risk and the profitability, then since we from our investment banking operations, we knew pretty well. We operate in the lower mid market in Spain, so we know pretty well the small companies that can produce a lot of return due to the the nature of these companies. We also decided to start investing in this asset from 2020, so it's only 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, lovely. So what's your approach in small caps? How about that? Investment approach in small caps.
Yeah, the thing is that we've been very active advising companies dealing with private equity firms in the mid-market. But we had deal flow of companies who at that moment could not be sold to private equity firms because they still need to mature, they still need to grow up, and to become bigger companies in order to be eligible to be investable by those private equity firms from basically all over Europe, maybe the United States. But then we realized that we had that deal flow. So companies that were smaller that one day could be sold to this private equity firm or strategic investors. So we decided to invest them. We are a small firm, so we go deal by deal. So it's a small portfolio. So we only have 5 companies in the portfolio today. And what we do is that we help them. We invest, so we put money. We became part of the board of a company, and to help them, to push them, and to achieve the level of being eligible for typical mid-market transactions, which is typically between 50 to 200 million euro. So we invest them at lower prices. There is an arbitrage of multiples because once you achieve a higher value, there are more investors. There is much more liquidity to invest in bigger companies. So we help them, we invest money, we help them from the board and try to push in 5 years to grow up and to sell them to either financial or strategic investors.
Okay, cool. So how about real estate? What's the invest model you use for real estate?
Well, yeah, we are value add investors. So one thing that we do typically is to develop, because we learn the model from we started investing in real estate from developing. So we currently have like several developing projects in Spain, only in Spain. There is in our economy, there is a lack of infrastructure, infrastructure for telecom, for energy, for industrial. So we also have vehicles that invest in developing infrastructures. Then this second type of asset, we sold them typically to real estate private equity firms bigger than us, typically public private equity firms from London or from all over Europe, or to industrial as well, to logistics. The developments, we do residential, and typically we sell them to individuals, so it's more B2C. And we also try to create vehicles. So we create vehicles to have longer term, so that we invest in assets and we're searching a yield, and it's more a model of 10 years investing. So we invest, transform, and then get the yield from rents, and then sell the asset in 10 years time, getting advantage of the development of the territories where we invest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
A pleasure.
Yeah, really lovely to have you here on the show. I believe our investors will really have some solid advice to consider before investing into these assets in the future. Now, Daniel, we really look forward to seeing you again here at Executive Talks at AC Capital Markets. See you again.
Thank you very much. Good evening.